The Aurora Borealis and the Aurora Australis are among the most fascinating and beautiful phenomena in nature. But have you ever wondered why such beauty is possible? I invite you to dive in and learn how it all works from a true master, physicist, and higher ed guru, Jack Maguire.
Just before the moon landing, when one of the things that I was charged to do was to figure out whether the Aurora Borealis particles could hurt the astronauts. The aurora is caused by what Eugene Parker described as the constant outflow from the sun. And that outflow flashes into space millions of miles an hour, will go 100 million miles to interact with the Earth or any planet that has a magnetic field. Magnetic field lines move will cause electric fields, and those electric fields will capture with the magnetic fields the particles. They'll spiral and accelerate down on the night side and ultimately interact with the upper atmosphere towards the poles. So that's why you see aurora more in Alaska and Canada, northern United States, and then on the rarest of occasions, you'll actually see aurora in far south as, say, Mexico City. And then the particles are moving so fast, they penetrate so far, they interact with the upper atmosphere and oxygen atoms and cause a radiation in red. Electrons, when they collapse back, they give off radiation, and it's in the red for the highly energized particles. For the ones we see, mostly green and blue, you're talking more about exciting the electrons in orbit around nitrogen, and those, when they collapse, give off colors that are more like blue and a little bit of yellow, greenish. The magnetic poles are moving rather dramatically, and there's some suggestion that they could flip over. And when they flip over, there'll be a time when there's no magnetic field, and when that happens, it could create chaos on the planet, because planets that don't have magnetic fields, like Mars today, that solar wind, when it hits the planet, causes all kinds of interactions that could affect life as we know. The solar wind wouldn't have the impact, say, that the asteroid that hit off the Yucatan had on destroying all big life on the planet, but it could have an impact that could create a situation where we look in a few million years like Mars does today.